But then you have a passage like the 7th chapter of St. Luke, where this woman crashes a dinner party. And she's well known in the village because she's a prostitute. And she finds out where he's having dinner, having obviously heard him at some point, maybe in the town square, etc. And if Thomas Aquinas is correct in the Summa, and he is correct in this regard, when he says that the only fruit that comes from satisfying lust is sadness. And this woman is profoundly sad. And I'd like to imagine this from a kind of imaginary point of view, that Jesus was talking about love in a town square, and she was maybe coming through the town square on her way to an afternoon assignation with the gentleman caller. And over the heads of these people come these words about a kind of healing and a kind of love that she's never experienced before. A love that isn't over in 15 minutes, which is always the fruit of lust. It's here and it's gone, whereas love endures. And she finds out where this rabbi is having dinner, and uninvited, she crashes the dinner party, carrying this alabaster jar of perfume, which St. Luke, who was a genius, from a literary point of view, she's carrying an alabaster jar of perfume because St. Luke is saying she was a prostitute, but she wasn't a streetwalker. She was a courtesan, what the Japanese would call a geisha, or what they would have in the Middle Ages, these courtesans. They were women of incredibly high culture and sophistication who spoke all kinds of languages, played dozens of musical instruments, and could engage in a dinner party in interesting everybody in the brilliance of their conversation. And they were paid for their services, not with money. That would have been crass. They were given villas by the Dead Sea. They were given rare and beautiful cloth, which their gentlemen clients would bring back from foreign journeys, and they were paid with alabaster jars of perfume. Luke is saying by the symbol that she was caught up in an addiction. And so Jesus says, you know, I've come into your dinner party and you didn't greet me, you didn't kiss me, you didn't do any of the social expectations of the culture, but she hasn't stopped kissing my feet. She's wiped them and washed them with her tears and her hair. Your sins are forgiven, he said to her. Well, they were horrified, you know, but that's because they had no concept of the power of God in him.